Campbell even said it in a team meeting today. He was like, I see Ahmed sacking Joe Burrow. And I kept saying, I'm going to sack Joe Burrow. I'm going to sack Joe Burrow. And, man, I just want to give God all the glory and all the praise. He brought me here. And, man, I'm just so grateful to be with this team. I couldn't do it without my teammates. Couldn't do it without my coaches. Couldn't do it without Shep. Couldn't do it without Coach Campbell and Brad Holmes, man. I just want to really just prove him right.
All right, man. We got Ennis, Rakestraw, and I don't know his name. Hassanein, the defensive end. He had a big night last night. Let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Just want to let y'all know, man. If y'all don't know, if y'all follow the main channel, yeah, Miles passed away. August. What was it? What's today? August 13th. Yep. I got off work. And hold on one second. And no, he was gone. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have a video, man, about that, man. That I got addressed for the Metro Detroit area, man. In due time. It's very important. I think a lot of people hear the video I got about my situation regarding him, man. But yeah, man, I couldn't watch the game last night, man. I didn't really plan on really watching it. I was more looking forward to watching X-Men 97, because I walked in and my dog was just out, But I knew he was sick, so I just couldn't get the help that he needed. It wasn't a financial thing neither, but like I said, I'll address that at a later date when I get the ball rolling, right? But so I really couldn't focus on the game, but I caught a little bit of it and watched some highlights. And I started off with the good, Ahmed Hassan. I mean, translation, bro. He translated. I mean, the first sack, it looked like that it might have been a blitz. And check out Detroit Lions Talk players if I say that before. And man, the crazy thing about it was that I believe the Bengals are, for the first time in Joe Burrow's career, they're bringing back the same offensive line. So, yeah, one way, you saying preseason, not picking up blitzes can just be part of, they explain their starters too. Like I said, not picking up blitzes can just be a part of, preseason miscommunication. But this was the same offensive line that was together last year, and not to pick up that blitz and to see the Lions blitz on the other hand, to see them do an exotic blitz, let you know something may be different coming this year, where they may blitz more. So yeah, that was troubling for Cincinnati and encouraging for Detroit for the simple fact that now they may get more exotic in their blitzes. And I don't think it was Calvin Shepard's fault why they were so bland. I blame that on Dan Campbell because Aaron Glenn ran the same defense, man-to-man coverage, probably man-to-man combination zone or doubling somebody. So I don't blame that on Glenn. I think now that Calvin Shepard is going to be able to get autonomy over the defense. But Cincinnati, that's troubling that, versus some backup defensive players, they got home with a blitz. You know what I'm saying? So that's troubling. But, he had another sack. He had a couple tackles for loss. And, it's two-step translate or two-step verification here on our way to 3. The first step was he looked good in training camp. They was like, let's see if this translates to a real game. The second step, it translated to a real game versus some starters. Third step for him, right now is, does it translate to a National Football League game? And then the fourth step is consistency. Can he consistently do it at a high level? And, he got two of the major marks so far, and he got injured last year with somebody that was excited about. You can tell his attitude is infectious. Kind of give you the mindset of Cliff Averill, if anybody, not Cliff Averill, but Kyle Vanden Bosch. When Vanden Bosch came here from Tennessee, and he invigorated the Lions defensive line. They played with a lot of hustle. You had defensive tackles making tackles 10 yards down the field. He gives that type of energy. And obviously eventually we'll see more, DJ Wannerman. But I think, him and Moore is the juice. And he seems to be pretty athletic at closing the gap. So, I mean, that's encouraging to see. And, you know, and now they got more depth at that position. One of them is more the Pascal type, the strong side defensive end, run stopper from what I understand. Derek Morris is pass rush juice. You know, the Hassan kids seem to be pass rush juice. So, you know, just juicy, you know, juice guys. You know, so it's going to be interesting. And if they can get on Enrique and Talik Williams and Lee McNeil to be what they supposed to be, I mean, shit, the Lions defensive line is going to be treacherous. I know somebody was saying that, oh, they didn't do much on the defensive line. They did a lot compared to previous years, you know what I mean? But going back to, Ennis Rakestraw. Now, he said on social media, I read on social media that he said he won't be out a long time. He injured his shoulder again. So he said it wasn't that serious, but, you know, people just saying we going through it again. 2024 was a corner bust. It was a complete bust of a draft for the Detroit Lions. And, you know, like I said before, Rakestraw was somebody I was about to make a video on. I'm glad I held off on it. It seemed like, you know, he may help the Lions turn that particular corner. Help them turn that particular corner. But, you know, with the injury, if it's not serious, cool. But it's just like he may not be built to play in the NFL because he constantly keeps getting injured. In that year, they took Terrion in 2004, who signed with the Seahawks, you know, allegedly could. Giovanni Manu already injured. So we got one guy in Terrion Arnold who's no longer here because of alleged off-the-field decisions. And it's Rakestraw who injured, but, you know, he should be back now. Not for a long time. What do that mean? Do we see you in the regular season? Do you miss some games? Who knows? Giovanni Manu injured already for a long time. Sonoy Vaki injured already. Makai Wingo, he got injured last night. I don't know how serious he was. I just caught the clip. And Christian Mahogany ain't been shit but injured since he got here. So he has a full, and then Terrion's been injured his whole time here too. So he had a full draft of 6 players that can't stay healthy. He has a full 2024 draft. You don't know how good nobody else is. So when they got rid of Montgomery, they supposed to pass the torch to Sonoy Vaki. You got a whole draft, Terrion, Rakestraw, Giovanni, Sonoy, Makai, Christian, of injury-prone motherfuckers, bro. You got a whole draft full of injury-prone players, and it's just time I would just burn the whole draft down, release everybody, keep it moving. They can't stay healthy. The draft was cursed. And, you know, this is one of the reasons why they not further along. You know, this was a horrible draft. This is why I was standing on a mountaintop saying they need to move up and get Quinyon Mitchell. Wasn't even close. But in general, it is what it is, you know. But Rakestraw, hopefully it's not serious, but it's just somebody you can't depend on. You know, honestly, you know, he can't depend on him. I mean, it was a hard hit. He went low. He got his hands dirty. He supposed to have a confidence in his shoulders after the surgery, but it is what it is, man. So, hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, hit the link in the description. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.